Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I have another deck profile requested by Brocolift. So thank you for that. If you guys ever want me to do a deck profile on a dueling video that you guys saw or are curious about it, please let me know. I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. But before we get started on this Endymion Edison deck, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It will really help me out. All right, let's get started. So we'll begin with the 3 of in the deck. Crusader of Endymion. It is a Gemini, and if you manage to normal summon it as an effect monster, it'll gain its effect, which is to place a spell counter, and then if you do, it gains 600 attack, so that's pretty good. 2500. Who doesn't want that? Next up, we got Defender, the Magical Knight. He's obviously just a defender. He can protect either another spellcast type monster or itself by destruction from battle or card effect, which is really nice, and it has 2000 defense, so yeah. Then we have Breaker. This one's just, in case you need to destroy a spell or trap card. Yeah, and then it will be at 1900 when it has a spell counter on it, so that's pretty good. It's another back row removal. Up next, we have 2 Magical Exemplar. This is technically how you will end up bringing your tuners of the deck, mostly either Flamevell or the level 2 Knight and Sorcerer. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so 2 of on that, pretty good. The first of one ofs is a Summoner Monk. You can't tribute it, which is fine, doesn't matter. Keep in mind this will turn into defense when you normal summon it, so that's pretty good. Its effect is, what you need the most. Discard with a spell card, special summon level 4 monster from your deck, which will end up almost always being an Exemplar or another Crusader, which is pretty good. But yeah, just a level 4, or you can even synchro using Flameville because it's a level 4. It is in this deck, and yeah. Next up, we have Old Vindictive Magician. In case, yeah, this is pretty straightforward. You can special summon him flip face down using the Apprentice Magician. This is a one of. The deck profile that I saw had it at 2. Didn't really like it. I like it better at 1. Just personal preference. I feel like I break a lot when I have 2 of it. And then, the first of tuners. This is a 2 of in the deck, and it's really good when you special summon it because you can banish 2 monsters from your opponent's graveyard, so that's pretty good. Yeah, it's level 2, so you can make a level 5 or a level 6. Then next up we have Blackwing. You can't special summon it because you don't play Blackwing, but that's okay. This is pretty much just to go into Blackwing Armor Master, so that's pretty good. And then we have Flameville, a level 4 tuner. Its effect is kind of irrelevant because we don't play any of those Alive Justice monsters. Or if we do, we just go into it. And then we have Dark Arm Dragon. Pretty straightforward. You're gonna have 3 monsters usually. You're usually gonna have 3 dark monsters in the graveyard, so that's pretty good. Next up, we have Chaos Sorcerer. Because this deck is a mixture of light and darks, so this is very helpful, and you can banish something once per turn. But once you use that effect, you can attack, but that's fine. As long as you get a big monster off the board, that's all that matters, right? And Stardust can't protect it, so because you're banishing. And then the boss of the deck, Endymion, the Master Magician. This is really cool. I love this card. Essentially, you're going to go into this with the field spell because you'll remove 6 counters. And you can add 1 spell card from your deck, from the graveyard to your hand, which is really useful because you can keep recycling. And even if it gets destroyed by battle, you can just bring it back if you have 6 counters on the field spell. And you can discard 1 spell and destroy a card on the field. Next up, we do have the field spell at 2. I don't know about running it at 3. I feel very comfortable at 2. I think you're never really going to go into the second one, but in case you do, in case the first one gets destroyed by some miracle, here's the second one. So yeah, it's just the 2 of. Then we got 3 spell Power Grasp. This is very helpful. It helps build up counters for the field spell. You'll get 2 off of this because you'll place 1 counter and, you know, the activation of spell Power Grasp. So that's pretty good. And then you can also get another 1 off of it. So that's really good as well. Okay. And then we have 2 Gemini Sparks. This was a 3 of, but I didn't really like it at 3. If I have 3 of this, I'm almost always going to see 2 of. Now that I have 2 of, I fixed up the deck a bit, but now that I have 2 of in here, I'm only seeing 1 in my opening hand sometimes, which is really, really good. Because you only do have Crusader as a Gemini. So if you have more, this isn't as bricky, but because you only run 1 monster, I think 2 is fine. Because you can just tribute the Crusader and then destroy some card on the field and draw 1 card. So that's pretty good. But yeah. And then we have 2 Book of Moons, the best card in this format for Edison. You know, if they put a tuner on the field, Book of Moon it, boom, they're done. They're going to pass turn. It's something that they're never going to be able to get over. It's really hard to come back from Book of Mooning. Yeah. And then we have Foolish Burial. This is to send Endymion. Pretty straightforward. You can, if you don't send Endymion off of this, you can also send another dark monster in case you need 3 of. If you have Dark Armed in your hand, you can just activate that, send another dark monster, boom, now you have 3. Now you can special summon Dark Armed, or if you need another light or another dark to special summon Chaos Sorcerer, this is the way to go. Boom. And then we have Mystical Space Typhoon. Pretty straightforward. Destroy something on the field. Destroy Spell Trap on the field, sorry. And then we have Terraforming. This is just to search out the field spell. That's it. Heavy Storm, destroy spell and trap cards. Do keep in mind, if you activate this while you have the field spell on the field, it's okay because it'll gain a counter and immediately lose it once this card resolves, because all the field spell needs is for a spell card to be activated. It doesn't have to fully resolve. So, you know, once you activate this, the field spell will gain the counter, and then after this resolves, it will lose the counter. So just a bit of a heads up on that. Then we got Instant Fusion. We do have 2 targets in the deck, in the extra deck for this, so we'll go into that later. Pay 1,000. Allure of Darkness, draw 2, discard Dark Monster. It's fine. If you don't need Gale, this is a perfect way to get rid of it. Draw 2. And then our last spell for the deck, Mind Control. It's Mind Control. I don't think I need to go into this very much, but yeah. Then we have Magician Force, Mirror Force. You know, get wrecked, I guess. Yeah, it's just Mirror Force. You know, it's a fun trap card. Then we have Defense Draw. This I don't ever see anybody playing, but I really, really like it because you can only activate during damage cal, so it's hard to respond. The only card that can negate this is Solemn Judgment, because I can activate it at any point in the game state, and you get to draw 1 card, so that's really good. So if they attack you for 3,000, which might be game, guess what? Defense draw, boom, draw 1 card. Now you're alive for 1 more turn. Then we have Compulsory Evacuation Device. Target is pretty straightforward, just target something, return. I like it, really helpful. Then we have Solemn Judgment, negate. And then for the last trap card, we have Torrential Tribute. I think it's a really, really good card, especially in Edison. It hurts a lot because you destroy everything on the field, and if you don't have any monsters on your side of the field, boom, bonus. But yeah, that's the main deck. All right, let me move that back a little bit. Let's go into the extra deck. So starting off, we got the Explosive Magician, just to destroy, you know, a spell trap on the field. Arcanite Magician. It's, you know, it's gonna be 2,400 on summon because it gains 2 counters. So yeah, pretty good. And then you can destroy something. Tempest Magician, remove any number of spell cards, and then you will burn your opponent for 500. This is banned in the current format and advanced, so keep that in mind. Really good in Edison, because if you have, let's say, 4 cards and your opponent only has 1500, boom, discard all 4. You'll put the spell carders on this card and then just burn your opponent for 2000. That's pretty much game. Arming Arm, it's a level 4. You do have some level 2s to make this, so it's Arming Arm. And then Mistworm, if it's synchro summoned, target 3 cards, return them. Pretty good. Then Magical Android, this is just to gain life points in case you're down on them, but really good. Then we got Colossal Vider. It's just a 2800 synchro monster. That's it. And then if it gets destroyed by battle, you can always monster reborn it off its own effects, because it says right there, just special summon 1 warrior monster from either player's graveyard. And guess what? This is a warrior. Doesn't say you can't special summon itself. Black Rose Dragon, pretty straightforward. You need to nuke the field. This is the way. Stardust Dragon, in case you want to, negate something. A Solemn Judgment on the field. Like, well, it's not, yeah, it is Solemn Judgment on the field. If your opponent is destroying something, boom, Stardust Dragon it to protect. Goyo Guardian, sorry. Pretty straightforward as well. Just attack, take something. If it's a tuner, cool, and then you can synchro into something else. Higher synchro level. Ally of Justice, pretty good. If your opponent is pure lights, you can just attack, destroy it. It doesn't even have to go into damage cal, so that's pretty good. Brionic, this is just to return anything on the field. It's pretty good, and it's only on once per turn, but yeah, just return as many cards as you want. If you're fearful of Mirror Force, not anymore, right? Just discard for cost. Blackwing Armor Master, that's why Blackwing Gale was in here, was to make him, so that's pretty good. It's a beater, and your opponent really can't destroy it by battle, so that's really good. These are our instant fusion targets: Chimera Fortress Dragon and Musician King. You'll go into Musician King a lot more than you will Chimera Tech. Yeah, because it's a level 5 and it's really easy to synchro for like either 8 or 5. I mean, sorry, not 5, 7. So that's pretty good. But yeah, that's the extra deck. Let's move on to the side deck that I have real quick over here. So first off, Nobleman of Crossout. If your opponent sets a lot, this is a good way to get rid of the monsters and banish it too, so that's pretty good. Then we have 2 Royal Decrees. If your opponent plays too many traps, oh, whoops, sorry about that. This is one way to beat that. And then Royal Oppression, your opponent can use this too, but it's really good. I only have one of because it's kind of pricey, and I was only able to buy one. But yeah, just pay 800 and get a special summon. So if they special summon a tuner, boom, negate 800. DD Crow, depending on the matchup, this is really, really good. Sometimes it's not. Cyber Dragon, special summon it. Now you have a level 5, and if you have Knight and Sorcerer, that's a level 7, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then Thunder King Ryo. I feel like this is kind of straightforward, but if you haven't heard of it, it's okay. Pretty much nobody can add from their deck to their hand except by drawing. And then if your opponent's special summons like a synchro monster or a tuner, this will act as a Solemn Wish. Yeah, Solemn Wish or Solemn Scolding, one of those, and then it'll negate the summon and yeah, destroy it. So, but you gotta I think you have to tribute. Yeah, you can send this face-up card to the graveyard, so yeah, you're gonna kind of quote-unquote tribute it for cost. And then in case you go and run into Lightswarm, because this this format's very heavy. Like if you will play against a lot of Lightswarm players, so this is really good against that matchup, because it negates it on the field and on the graveyard, so that's really good. They can't play pretty much. And then Pulling the Rug, I was able to pull this off the OTS. Pretty much normal summon. If it has an effect on normal summon, just negate, destroy. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys like any more deck profiles, please let me know. I'm more than happy to make them for you guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.